not stringing together like just around here to there, but I think you're going to start to see a lot more of her. I mean, I think she's a very high quality player. She's so quick around the court, and she can also generate a lot of pace off the ground. So very, very good player.
Same can be said of her opponent here, of course. Yeah. Caroline Wozniacki, winner here in 2010. She loves this part of the year, actually. US Open and onwards has traditionally been a very, very strong period, and that's proving to be the case with the title in Tokyo this time again.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've talked about how this part of the year is actually, it's a little bit difficult because it's getting towards the end of the year. Some players are getting tired, but Wozniacki's always been the type of player. I mean, that's one thing she never gets is tired. She can just keep going and going, and has such good physical fitness, but she's always one that loves playing a lot of matches and a lot of tournaments. So she's used to being out here, doesn't really have any sense of slowing down towards the end of the year in any of the previous years that she's played. So it's not surprising that she's been successful.
Yeah, no, she seems to get stronger in this period of the year, which, as you say, a lot of other players are carrying niggles by this point, feeling tired, but she just seems stronger and stronger. Also quarterfinalist here the year after she won the title, and a couple of years after that. So very good record for Wang for her part in terms of what she's done here in Beijing. This is a fourth main draw appearance. Best result for her second round a couple of years ago. That was her one main draw win here over Qiang Wang, or losing to today's opponent here, Wozniacki. Look at those conditions outside. No need for the roof here. Very pleasant conditions. Contrast to last week, we've made the point already, Jill, with Wuhan, very humid there. Less the case here this week, so far.
Yeah, it was very hot and humid. You could see the players right away, even after the first 3 games on the changeover, putting the ice packs around their neck, trying to cool themselves down just so that heat didn't catch up with them. But here in Nosen, they get a little bit of reprieve here. Didn't have to deal with those conditions as much, so really great, really nice to be able to get a little bit of relief from the humidity and also the heatness out there. Probably not going to see much heat rule. I mean, the heat rule was in effect, I think, almost every day in Wuhan.
Yeah. It's a good rule to have in those conditions, but as you said, it's not really a factor here. Temperature's very pleasant in the mid to towards the start of the high 20s. And, see how Wozniacki goes here. Of course, she's sealed her spot at the WTA finals in Singapore. That's the big news, because that wasn't confirmed heading in. Thought that she'd have to at least win her first match here, but that's now not the case. We've had it confirmed that she is one of the qualifiers, those top 8 positions, and that's the 5th time that she's qualified for the WTA showpiece, end of October, of course. But she will once again be participating in the first time actually in a few years that she's managed that. Wozniacki, but 5th overall. Pete McNamara watching on, of course, has had a big part to play actually with players from the Asia-Pacific region. I mean, not just Wang Qiang here. I worked with Xie Su Wei as well, I think, in the past, from Chinese Taipei, and of course Piotr Wozniacki, father and coach of Caroline for so long, in attendance here. The rock, really, the stability behind all the success that she's had. He's always been there, played a part. Yeah,
I mean, she's tried to add a few coaches to her team throughout the years, and has been successful with that. You know, they tried to work a lot on her transition game, trying to get her to be a little bit more aggressive, but she's always had her father there as her rock and stability, and she's mentioned that many times, how he's been so supportive and has had such a good impact on her game.
Plenty of support guaranteed, not just for China's Wang Qiang here, but for a former champion in this China Open draw. The winner from 2010, Caroline Wozniacki, beginning her bid here. Seeded 5 this time around to take on the world number 55, Wang. Guy McCree and Jill Krabas in the booth to take you through this one. Wozniacki won the coin toss a few minutes ago and has chosen to begin here. He's so pleased, Wozniacki. You mentioned it in the warm-up, the fact that she's sealed her spot at the Singapore showpiece end of October. Would have been a huge surprise if she wasn't there. I mean, with seven finals this year, one title, the Tour Pan Pacific Open, but it's still nice.
Finally got the title.
Yeah. 6 final losses. Yeah, it's, she mentioned it. It's becoming a little bit difficult, even for someone who's, you know, before winning Tokyo had won 25 career titles. It's just good for her. I think now she can focus as well. It's got that spot sealed for Singapore now, and just look to just keep building towards it, because of course she's got good memories of the year-end showpiece, former finalist when the event was held in Doha. Hadn't got back to it, qualified for it for a few years. It was a big goal of hers. Almost got herself back in contention. I remember at the end of last year had a very, very strong run, but just had given herself a bit too much to do by that point. Yeah. But as you say, this year, Jill, I mean, she's been so consistent. And that's what it rewards ultimately. I mean, the top 8 are the most consistent players on the year, and she's been one of those, for sure. What about that for a start? Love hole to begin for the Dane.
I mean, that's why she got to #1. I mean, because of her consistent play and the fact that she was winning so many matches throughout the year, and never sort of up and down either. Is always really strong across the board. I mean, she had that one little dip a couple years ago where she struggled, where her ranking dropped, but that she was also struggling with some injuries. She had hurt her ankle a little bit, but since then has really come back very strong.
Yeah, see that stat going across the bottom of your screen there. Wang's one top 10 win in her career. It was their first meeting, these two. That was over 4 years ago. Sticks in my memory, though. So I remember commentating that one in KL, and she just played absolutely amazing that night, because she actually... it's funny, I was looking back over the scoreline. Some matches, how many matches we commentate over a year? It's the very, very much the marquee stroke of Wozniacki there. No, but the thing that stood out for me was that she served for the match in the second set, played great for 2 sets, and how she responded in the final set. You think, oh, lost it in the tiebreak, she's going to fall away.
Yeah.
Just didn't happen at all.
Yeah.
I mean, Wozniacki's gone on to beat her a couple of times since then, but yeah, it's just, it signalled me to her, because I have to say I didn't know anything about her before that match. First time I watched her play.
Right, and to be able to, especially playing Wozniacki, probably one of the biggest at that time. Yeah. And to be able to do it, I mean, she won that third set 6-1 in the third, and to be able to win a set 6-1 against Wozniacki is not easy to do. You know, that ball is just coming back over and over again. So, yeah, it was impressive.
Picks that one off Wozniacki. Of course, a lot's happened for both since then.
40-13.
This really has always been the strength of Wozniacki.
Yeah, I mean, I could have guaranteed you she was going to hit that one down the line. But I think that one thing that Wozniacki is doing a little bit better the past couple of years in order to get that ranking up is she's really developed her forehand down the line a little bit better. She used to always almost probably 90% go cross court. And I think she started getting a little bit predictable on that side. So she's really had to develop that forehand down the line. She's done a good job of figuring out how to be more aggressive and when to pick and choose to be more aggressive on that shot.
Early break point here for Wozniacki. the line, is it?
I think so. I think it's a little bit late to try and challenge now, but Wozniacki taking a really good look at it.
Advantage, Wozniacki.
Fell away on that one, Wang. Giving Wozniacki a second break point of this opening game.
Well, good depth on that last ball down the center of the court. It's good play to try and take away any kind of angle.
Advantage, Wang. Yes.
Terrific.
Well, that's twice now she's hit just like a little part of the line on that back and down line. She just sees that part of the court so well.
Advantage, Wozniacki. Splits. Pass.
Wow, got away with it. Didn't do a lot with that swing volley. Just hit it right back in the center of the court. But I think Wozniacki expecting it to come a little bit harder and just got ahead of herself. Good pressure, though, from Wang.
Advantage, Wozniacki.
Just calmly creating chance after chance here, Wozniacki. Number 4 of this opening game, a game that is now 8 minutes old. This is what she does. She effectively can suck the life out of an opponent over time, can't she? Because she just gives you so little.
Yeah.
Even when she can't convert break points, just creates more of them. Comes back again. The pressure does eventually tell on Wang. Wozniacki with the very early break here.
Yeah, I mean, she really makes you work for everything. And what another thing she's so good at